Are you living in the rat race? Are you living in a 9 to 5 job where you commute to work to do something that you essentially don't want to do so that you have a paycheck, so that you can spend your weekends doing some kind of leisurable activity and relieving yourself of the stress of working 5 days a week, 9 to 5, so that you can pay your mortgage, pay for the basic necessities of life, and maybe have a holiday once or twice a year, have a car, have children, a partner? Is this a life that you're living? And I ask this question as a provocation for examining the cultural belief system, the mass beliefs that we have been told, that we live with, that we work with, that we create our lives with. In America, they have an American dream. This American dream is very patriotic. It's having this vision of one's place in the world, a certain pay bracket, a certain status, a certain status symbol, whether that's a fancy car or a fancy wife. And Australians, I think, have a very compatible and similar dream. We're living in a gentrified world now. We're living in a global world where dreams are compatible. You can trade one dream for another. So I contemplate this because I see a lot of people that are living this lifestyle. It's a style of life. And I see that they're actually deeply unhappy and they're troubled and they're suffering and they've bought into a dream. They have put their reality into alignment with a particular cultural story or hallucination that says that this is what being successful is. It's what their parents did. It's what has been passed down to them. It's what their friends are aspiring to do. But does it work? And so the provocation that I'm seeking to simply poke in examining your life is, does it work? Does it work for you? Does it work for the planet? And ask these two questions first. Deeply meditate on those questions, because those questions contain the key to really unlocking the nature of your life. The great joke of our society is we've bought into a system that is not working for us. And if you've ever worked with disability, if you've ever worked with the dying, and you've got a sense of that reality, you go, shit, life is more precious than this. It's more valuable. It's more sacred. It's more relevant. It's more infinite than this. Most people are living in cages that they've bought and simply fulfilling some cultural iconography that doesn't make them happy. Is there an alternative? Is there another way? Is there a parallel existence that perhaps they can get in touch with, where they perform a different function, where they live in a different way? Their state of being in the world is different. Their composure is different. The sense of self is different. And I think that we have the capacity from within us to tune into that, to get in touch with that, to get in touch with our cosmic identity, to get in touch with our native frequency, to get in touch with our higher self, to get in touch with our inner child, and to create a life that is appreciated by those aspects of being and not in defiance of those aspects of being. Is it possible? The answer is yes. The answer does not lie in more, bigger, and better, in having more money. The answer does not lie in having more goods. The answer lies in the examination of oneself. The answer lies in one's state of consciousness and one's intention. it's not too late to change your life. Whoever this message reaches, and whatever stage you are along the path of being and becoming in this life, it's not too late. It's not too late to change. Change is the only constant in the universe. The universe is inspiring us to change, is inspiring us to take action, is inspiring us to examine ourselves if we're simply willing to listen, to be still, to be silent, to tune into ourselves, to tune into how we feel, to tune into what we know, to tune into what our soul senses from deep within. The ultimate life is the ultimate life of the soul, the ultimate dream of the soul, the ultimate reality of the soul. And if that ultimate reality of the soul is sitting in front of a cubicle, in front of a computer, day after day, performing the same function for some amount of currency, examine that. It's not for me to say that's wrong. It's not for me to judge that. But it's for you to examine that. Because your life is more precious than simply having to survive in this world which may seem foreign and strange and unloving at times. I hope you give yourself permission to examine. I hope you give yourself permission to transform and to change. Because the greatest power we have in this world is to transform ourselves into the best version of ourselves, and to at least aspire for that. We may not succeed, but as long as we try, we'll never know.